It's good. It's 216 Skano, hood politicking. So, New York man guns down upstairs neighbor and his son over a noise dispute. Uh, Dude has since been killed himself by 12. But the backdrop on this story, more than likely, is they had some prior, altercation or run-ins. I doubt it was a one-time. You know, usually you're not regular civilians, which they seem to be. You never know what people went to, but for all intents and purposes, we gonna say they look like civilians. Um, they don't usually crash out over shit like this, so this probably was something that was building up, some prior altercation, you know, or ongoing thing or whatever. But judging from the video, uh, I don't see that the shooter did anything wrong. Now, a lot of people saying, dude had his back turned, da da da. Listen, man. In a physical altercation, which it hadn't become yet, but shit, in the streets, and we gonna be. This is all subjective. This took place in an apartment complex hallway, right outside. You know, the upstairs neighbor, uh, right outside their door, man. The son, teenage son, who was also, you know, laid down during this event, you know. But for all intents and purposes, man, this is not a controlled setting. So anytime you come to someone, the downstairs neighbor, you could say whatever you want to say. I've lived in apartment complexes where you got noisy neighbors, man. You got some people that's just downright rude, ignorant, disrespectful, just don't give a fuck about nobody around them. And they can make your life difficult, man, or at least annoy you to a certain level. And depending on who you are and what type of personality you have and shit, what you're going through in life, yeah, things occur. But in this case, he goes upstairs, kicks on the door. The man comes out. They have a back and forth. I can't hear the audio, but at some point it's kind of chopped up, edited. I see the guy come out with look like scissors. The victim, if you want to call him a victim, he comes out with look like scissors, man. He confronts the guy. He's standing and he's lording over this dude with a pair of scissors in his hands. And the guy, when he turned his back, the wife is trying to de-escalate the situation. He turned his back. She distracts him, and that's the number one rule of England. When you dealing with somebody out here, man, and y'all having an altercation, a confrontation, you can't let people on the background and on the sidelines, interfere with what you got. You got to keep your focus directly on what's going on. Because a lot of times, I don't want to put it on women, but a lot of times it is women. They chirping in the background, you know what I'm saying? And you get distracted for that second, and that's what happened here, you know. Dude turned his back, downstairs neighbor up the hammer and knocked him down, knocked the son down, stood over him, knocked him down. Now, I have not looked at the video of the actual shootings, not out of any type of moral integrity that I may or may not have, but quite frankly, I've allegedly seen this type of shit all my life. Like, literally in real life, I don't have any interest in seeing the video, but it is circulating, and it is what it is. Now, the whole point of me even speaking on this, because this is something that occur often, but not to say people's lives don't matter. I'm just saying it's not really fascinating in and of itself, but it brought me to a thought, that conflict resolution, you know, and why we, especially black dudes, black dudes from the hood, why we struggle with conflict resolution, you know, and how to deal with confrontation without it escalating to violence, murder, you know, and why we struggle with that, it's hyperaggression. One of, I think it's a psychological aspect to it. It's different thing. It's complex. You could say it's a sort of the gangster wannabe gangster syndrome. It's a little bit of that in there, and I think that when you're dealing with dudes that are from the hood, particularly, yeah, there is because we know that words escalate to violence very quickly. So you know what I'm saying. Typically, that's how it play out. You know, it may not happen in that moment. It may happen days later, weeks later, whatever. But usually, when it, you know what I'm saying, it's a lack of I think just a lack of compassion for each other. You know what I'm saying? We just don't value each other. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes it is a lot of dudes out here that's looking for it. They looking to get that notch on their belt, so to speak. So, you know, any and every little altercation, is reason to up the hammer. You know, and dudes will then try to lay on self-defense. So y'all niggas need to make up your minds, man. Y'all really steppers like that? Or y'all civilians? Because a lot of y'all niggas be wanting to, get out here, act like y'all super thugs and shit. Get in altercations. Y'all don't throw hands. You quick to shoot some shit though, and then get in the court and then be talking about self-defense. Like, nah, I ain't in the streets. It's kill or be killed, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why, as a father, you would escalate a situation, and I'm talking about the upstairs neighbor, you know, comes out with scissors. Like, bro, like, why would you even? First of all, if I'm coming to a situation where I'm escalating it, because this dude hasn't shown a weapon, he hadn't, if I'm choosing to escalate a situation, I mean, I'm not coming with no fucking scissors or no knife, man. Now, if that's all I got, that's all I got. But I'm looking to do something with it. I'm not just gonna walk up to somebody, talk shit, turn my back. Like, you, what world do you live in where you walk up to somebody with a weapon, stand up over him, because he is bigger than the dude, the shooter. Stand up over him like you intimidating him with scissors in your hands or whatever it was, a weapon in your hand, like, and turn your back. Like, what the fuck type of goofy shit? So yeah, I put a lot of you got your fucking son murdered too. I can't even call it murder. Let me stop. Yeah, he murdered the son, man. He murdered the son. He stepped on the dad, but he murdered the son. The difference to me is the father escalated the situation. Yeah, he came, he kicked on your door, and this is what I mean about conflict resolution. And I have been that dude on the shooter end of it, as far as having neighbors that I felt like y'all just overly discourteous, like, you know what you doing type shit. And I had to go not kick on the door, but knock and pound on the door or whatever, and like, yo, can you look out for me? It's a certain way though you come. You know what I'm saying? You don't you can't come to people's door aggressively. So it was wrong on both ends. Both of them was culpable in this shit. But like I said, man, you never know what people be on, what type of shit going on in their life. Obviously, the shooter was going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was at the end of the rope, so to speak. So they probably had prior run-ins, man. But the whole point I was trying to make about conflict resolution, sometimes it get to a point ain't no talking it out. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the situation. But a lot of times this shit, man, and we can't just talk. Like, we need to learn how to do that shit. It don't make you soft. It don't make you weak. It don't make you no bitch ass nigga because you know what I'm saying? Because you can listen. There's bigger things going on in the world, man. What we got going on right now at that serious, and I'm talking about little different altercations that occur when you out here and about. And you know how it can be something as simple as bumping shoulders with somebody, in the gas station. And if you know, you know. Niggas done got shot behind that shit plenty of times. You know me. Why you looking at me? What's up, bro? Why you looking at me? You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that, man, that turn into killers, and it's like, why? Why? Sometimes you gotta sit back in the midst of all the chaos and wonder, what the fuck is really going on out here? You know what I'm saying? Even when you in the midst of it, it don't make no fucking sense, but you just adapting to it. But when you emerge from that shit, you know, when you like escape from the hood or however you want to put it, and I look back on certain situations like that didn't have to happen, but a lot of times we as black men, particularly hood dudes, we only know aggression. We don't understand. Okay, let me, you know what I'm saying? See your point of view. Let's step back and really, you know what I'm saying? Process this shit and think this shit through. Really, is it really that serious? You know, and when you got a lot of low frequency individuals out here, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be a lot of thoughtful conflict resolution. Yeah, niggas gonna be quick to go for their hammer because, like I said, a lot of dudes want that badge of honor anyway. They want to be known for being that type of nigga. Yeah, I'm like that, but at the end of the day, man, who gonna raise our fucking kids if we out here killing each other? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck gonna raise our kids, man? Oh well. But the point is, we need to do better, man. As men, we need to do better, set better examples for our sons and daughters, But mainly, I'm talking about the men. Do better, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have to be on go over the simplest shit, man. That goes without saying. Some things ain't gonna be able to, ain't gonna be no talking it out, no way around, you know, just that action. But a lot of times, man, this shit is senseless. It's senseless. And you know, shit, we doing a word form. So, deleting each other. It is what it is, man. 216 Skano, man. I'm standing on it.